Welcome to Hannity as we now kick off what will be an exciting, a busy news week, and probably a week of a boomerang. We start, though, tonight with a Fox News alert, because at this hour, the hostile Iranian regime is on a mission to destabilize the free world. Today, the rogue state claimed they had discovered a secret CIA spy ring. Now, the president and Secretary of State Pompeo, they're calling the latest allegation lies, propaganda. We will have a full report throughout the evening tonight. But first, liars, conspiracy theorists, and con artists in the Democratic Party and the media, they are breathlessly, hysterically, anxiously awaiting Robert Mueller's public testimony this Wednesday starting at 8:30 a.m. It'll be right here on the Fox News channel. Mueller will appear before two House committees led by two of the biggest political hacks, two of the biggest liars in the United States Congress. Of course, the cowardly Adam Schiff, of course, the one we have on tape actually conspiring and trying to get information from the Russians, and Jerry Nadler. Now, as you know, Schiff and Nadler are two hyper-partisan conspiracy theorists. They only pander to the lunatic wing of the Democratic Party, which now appears to be the whole party. And they are the biggest spokespeople in the media mob, and their friends go to bat for them every day. Now, nearly 2+ years, no evidence. They've been telling people again and again and again, we, the American people, that our duly elected president was a Russian op, spreading lies, a hoax, conspiring with Russia, pushing one conspiracy theory, one hoax, right after another, one lie after another, promising one smoking gun after another. We now have 4 separate investigations. All of them, including the Mueller report, have determined that Trump-Russia collusion, it never happened. Let's go to the Mueller report itself. It concluded, quote, the investigation did not establish that members of the Trump campaign conspired or coordinated with the Russian government in its election interference activities. They did not conspire. That's the 4th separate investigation. Now they want an investigation number 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. No collusion, no conspiracy, no obstruction, no underlying crime. And this president and his entire administration, everybody that was asked cooperated. That's right. The president gave answers. Everybody in the White House appearing before one congressional committee after another, going to the special counsel one after another, all encouraged, by the way, all campaign, all White House staff to testify, and they all did. Not a single instance of executive privilege was ever applied during the special counsel probe. Oh, how's that obstructionist? Even the White House counsel, Don McGahn, this to me is insane. Even he was allowed to testify for over 30 hours. And independent counsel, former independent counsel Ken Starr, called this administration's cooperation unprecedented, and it was. Now, did the president express frustration about the ongoing witch hunt that he was found innocent of for a 4th time? Yes, he did. I don't blame him. Did he complain about the time that his administration was forced now to dedicate to an absolute conspiracy theory, a hoax and lies? Yeah, I think any normal person would feel that way. But he never fired Robert Mueller. He didn't fire acting AG Rod Rosenstein. He didn't impede the investigation. He assisted and asked those around him to assist in the investigation any way that they can. And then when the Attorney General Barr, the Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, the nonpartisan Office of Legal Counsel, yeah, they looked at it. They decided pretty much in minutes, no obstruction of justice either. Robert Mueller himself admitted no obstruction charges were recommended by his Office of Special Counsel because there was not sufficient evidence of obstruction. Just because you can't exonerate doesn't mean there's evidence of obstruction. And that determination, he pointed out, was made without any consideration as it regards the legal precedent, DOJ policy as to or constitutional issues regarding whether or not a sitting president can be charged with a crime. Over the weekend, the cowardly liar, Schiff, Nadler, well, they were living in an alternative universe, alternate reality, or once again lying for political gain, and once again generating false hope, expectations that Donald Trump will be taken out of the White House in handcuffs or impeached or worse. Take a look.
I mean, it's been clear, from Bob Mueller that he felt, and the Justice Department feels bound by this Office of Legal Counsel opinion, that you can't indict a sitting president. But he is a essentially unindicted co-conspirator. He's been identified as individual one.
Well, the report presents very substantial evidence that the president is guilty of high crimes and misdemeanors, and we have to present or let Mueller present those facts to the American people, and then see where we go from there. Because the administration must be held accountable, and no president can be above the law.
No, he is not an unindicted co-conspirator. And no, if you read the Constitution, nothing that you're talking about represents high crimes or misdemeanors. None of it. And for Democrats, Mueller's testimony, it's not about seeking the truth. They don't want justice. They want another bite at the apple. The first 4 times it failed. They want to write that maybe they believe their own lies at this point. Instead, as the LA Times pointed out, this last-ditch smear effort against Donald Trump is politically motivated. And it is. After all, the special counsel's report has been out there for months. Mueller said that his writing will speak for itself. That will be, by the way, his introduction, his opening comments on Wednesday. And he said that any testimony would merely echo what's in the report. In other words, we'll learn nothing. In 2 short days, we'll know if Robert Mueller is a man of his word or if he's going to flip-flop and flail and maybe have the Attorney General Barr bail him out yet again because the 9.5-minute press conference was a disaster for him. Either way, Republicans, though, well, they have an amazing opportunity to seek answers on some very important issues and questions. Now, tomorrow night on this program, I am going to give a tutorial to those in Congress on the Republican side that will have an opportunity to question Mr. Mueller. I'm going to give you my questions and also the way I would ask them and the follow-ups that should be immediate. You only have 5 minutes. You got to make it count, and I'll explain how I would do it if you're interested. When we come back also tonight, later in the program, Sarah Carter, Greg Jarrett, they're going to break down every question that Robert Mueller must be asked by the Republicans at the hearing. And by the way, they won't appear in the Mueller report, so he can't say, oh, it's page whatever. No, it's right in there because he didn't answer those questions.